Let's all go now. Let's all go now. Let's go. Still haven't fixed this bloody check.
God damn it.
So if you don't know who Lil Skies is, he is a rapper that kind of came out of SoundCloud, more out of the Cole Bennett hype, out of his music videos and everything. God, what the hell? And Lil Skies dropped his mixtape, a debut mixtape, Life of a Dark Rose, and it had hits such as Nowadays with Landon Cube, Red Roses also with Landon Cube, and Lust. And I really enjoyed that mixtape because it was catchy, boppy, and I thought Lil Skies really set himself up as this artist and his own style. But now Lil Skies has debuted his latest album, Shelby, which is, I think is the name of his mum, and of course, Lil Skies is really close to his mum. This past year, Lil Skies has kind of been through a lot. He's kind of shown it. He nearly got shot and killed. I think Lil Skies has been going down a darker path. What is that, a fly? Get out. Killed that shit. I imagine that this album is kind of a retrack, kind of refreshing us on where he's been, where he's at right now. Basically a full album about who Lil Skies is as a person. And that's what I think this album is about, and where he came from, and regarding his mum and everything. I didn't actually know Lil Skies was dropping this album this month, but now that it's out, I am really excited to hear this, and I expect, I want Lil Skies to go down some different routes as to not just having catchy trap bop music. I want him to actually go down to some personal areas and topics. And I want him to stretch his talents out to different areas. I'll be very happy if he manages to do this all. But anyways, let's get into Lil Skies, Shelby. Let's go. So track number 1, we have I. Ooh, that's dreary beat. That sounds dreary.
I don't wanna get close. I haven't been the same since I loved that hoe. I haven't been the same since I lost my bro. I say I'm gonna change when I know I won't. I get high, I love to smoke. She gon' lie like I'm a joke. You wanna take flights across the coast. Remember those times, no horoscope. I don't need no one. I don't need no one. I don't need no one. Still never sober. Still never sober. Got the world on my shoulders, coming out bolder. I get high, I love to smoke. She gon' lie like I'm a joke. You wanna take flights across the coast. Remember those times, no horoscope. I don't wanna get close. I haven't been the same since I loved that hoe. Haven't been the same since I lost my bro. I say I'm gonna change when I know I won't. I get high, nigga, yes I smoke. She gon' lie like I'm a joke. You wanna take flights across the coast. Remember those times, no horoscope.
That was a crazy intro track, I'll just say that. It's kind of setting up where he is right now, how he feels, because I know there's bars like shining so bright in a world so dark, and it's quite personal what he was going on about this. It's kind of like a self-reflective song. Not only was that concept nice, the hook was great. That was a really nice catchy hook, and it wasn't so much of like a hard banger, it was more like a melodramatic, soft trap beat, and it all just kind of fed together and made this really nice atmospheric sound. Oh, it's burped. Atmospheric sound. That was a great track by far. That was a solid intro. So track number 2, we have Bad Girls featuring Gucci Mane.
I like good girls, it's bad girls, they not meant for me. You get one shot, don't fuck it up, turn to my enemy. I can't feel your vibe if you tell lies, that's not my energy. Girl, that's not my energy, so get the fuck away from me. She's not a Barbie, she's not a groupie, she's not a girl that you see in the movies. Is he a rock star? He got a Uzi, he's with the bad guys and he is shooting. Thought he was winning, but he is losing. She like the ballers, dudes who be hooping. I was on lay low, stack while moving. I like the good ones, sorry for choosing. I like good girls, these bad girls, they not meant for me.
Yeah.
Get one shot, don't fuck it up, turn to my enemy.
Woke up in a big old white mansion, I make Obama moves. My chick so bad that still fuck me like she got something to prove. They see me flexing VVS's in my diamond necklace. McLaren driving reckless. Trap God, don't miss your blessing. Good girl, come get your lesson. Lil Skies, these bitches telling. And I see these bitches checking. And I see these niggas jealous.
Oh, that's solid. That was solid. Nice Gucci.
You get one shot, don't fuck it up, turn to my enemy.
Another good track. Just straight out, that was a good track. Solid hook again. Solid feature as well. I mean, it could have been better with Gucci, but it's Gucci Mane. So it's, all I care about is that he did a solid feature, and that's what he did. Gucci Mane's really bringing in the good features as well lately. Lil Skies going on about these girls being like how these good girls and bad girls are not meant for him and stuff. Might be about how he's like the way his input on like how he feels his relationships are never working out. Maybe this is another personal take on himself and what he sees. Like that was really melodramatic. Really, again, another. It seems like he kept going with the theme from the previous track. I'm really impressed with that track as well. So that's two good tracks. Damn, that was a bop. That was another bop as well. Track number 3, we have Breathe.
I can't sleep. Your love helps me breathe. Oh, I can't sleep.
Oh shoot! Hey,
This in my phone, he said the pack is on the way. Said I will stop smoking, then I take one to the face. I don't want somebody who gon' put me through the pain. When the rain starts pouring, everything comes out. Girl, you're way too gorgeous to be stuck in the house. Oh, I can't sleep.
damn, this chorus.
Your love helps me breathe. Know this life is crazy, but I hate when you play victim. Own up to your mistakes and all of your bad decisions. I know you get mad and try to blame it on me. You can't play it phony. I would never turn fake. That's extra salty.
Oh, that production is on point as well. Oh, that was crazy. 3 tracks in, we already have 3 amazing, pretty damn good hooks. And geez, okay, so that was that chorus with the high pitched like auto-tuned singing. Oh, that just worked so well. That production was so well done. That was crazy. Damn, that was crazy. I'm getting the vibe that like these songs so far all sound like they were like specifically made for Lil Skies. So like he has his own sound, his own style, and they really capitalize on that, and they're really pushing it. He's going through like going to more personal areas, and I hope he keeps it going with this album, because so far this is really good. This is really well done. So track number 4, we have Nowadays Part 2 with Landon Cube. If you don't know the first Nowadays song, that is one of Lil Skies' best songs, one of his best hits, most popular ones as well. That is a crazy song, really nice, well done song. So go check that song out before listening to this one.
Hold up, walking on a tightrope. How could I switch on you? That's the only thing I know.
Oh,
Stay down and be loyal, now we ballin' like the pros. Remember when I used to sit and play with the pros? Man, that
I already know Landon's gonna kill this shit. Oh my god.
yeah, I got money, now they love me, be acting like they my friend. Fuck that shit, I block them out, I'm not letting them people land. I can't lie, me and you, we not the same. I started from the bottom, took my time to build a name. They thought I would be dead, but I'm still bringing major pain. Sorry, make it rain. Hold up, walking on a tightrope. How could I switch on you? That's the only thing I know. Stay down and be loyal, now we ballin' like the pros. Remember when I used to sit and planet with the pros? People fold.
Oh, come on, Landon better kill this shit. Oh my god, he better.
Yeah, you're not in my position, I was
Oh, his vocals are amazing. Oh my gosh.
You not in my position, I work for this, I was chose.
god, that was amazing. Oh my god, that was amazing. Damn, that beat knocked, bro. That was insane. Damn, they were just going off, both of them. They work so well together, Lil Skies and Landon Cube. Like, they're just the perfect duo, like, for now. Like, oh my gosh, that was insane. I don't know if that was better than the first Nowadays, but I don't think that was what they were trying to do. I think what makes this track stand out a lot more as well is the direction they took, taking the first Nowadays track and then, like, having this as, like, a follow-up. And Landon Cube, bro. Oh my god, you're a god out of... Oh my god, did you just... Those pipes, bro. Those pipes. They were insane. That was probably one of my favorite tracks so far. That was crazy, man. So far, this has been very good. This has been crazy so far. Track number 5, we have Flooded.
But I got now, hey, they say I got next, nigga, I got now. I flooded my protect, my wrist is bust down. Nigga think he ready till he see what we about. You can miss me with that weak shit, ain't no talking, ho. Let's get right to it. Nigga thought I was a bitch and wasn't living all of my music. Get the bag and just ran through it. I don't care, I truly do this. Try to film me like I'm Truman. Pay attention, I ain't stupid. Okay, I cop a phone.
I'm getting more into this now.
So never sober, smoking clover, come and try my love. Never know why they hate trying to get the best of me. In the yo, cooking with a master recipe. They said I got next, nigga, I got now. I flooded my protect, my wrist is bust down.
Oh, this is a short track. Yeah, that was a solid track. That's probably, to be honest, the weakest out of the songs we've heard so far. That was solid. It stuck to what he's good at. I felt a bit like that was a filler, a bit of a filler maybe. Nothing really special going on with that track specifically, but it played its part into the album, I guess, the whole concept we're going for. But yeah, that's probably one of the weaker tracks so far, I reckon. Track number 6, we have Blue Strips. This production's been mad though so far.
Blue strips, I just make checks. I don't want no shorty if it ain't great sex. Billie Jean, my life a movie scene. I give her cock, she scream. Wipe off that Maybelline. You tryna join the squad, you tryna join the team. No, he can't ride with us. We hit him with the beam. Pop like a trunk, nigga. Cause we up now. Yo, go get fucked, nigga. Why I'm wearing my bust down? You think these hoes loyal when they get passed round? Will you come from the soil? You'll never go back to ground. Cause I got blue strips. I just make checks.
Yeah, this beat knocks already.
It ain't great sex. Magic like Houdini. Get bread like zucchini. She wanna come see me wearing her bikini. She tryna give me neck. She slid through with a text. Baby, I've been a threat. Lately, she been obsessed.
Again, beat knocking, catchy hook. That song was probably the closest sounding song to how he sounded on Life of the Dark Rose, but nothing like that really stood out that pushed itself forward compared to the other tracks. That was really just a solid track that held together. That's kind of like a held together the whole style of Lil Skies. That was a solid song. Solid song. I would jam that. That was a bop. Track number 7, we have Stop the Madness featuring Gunna. I hope Gunna didn't exactly do a great job with his debut album, but I already know he nails those features, yo.
Ooh, stop the madness. I stand on my enemies. They can't get tragic. He don't want no smoke with me. I let him have it. She said she won't fuck with me, cause I'm a savage. The demons start feeding, the cops on my ass. They hate me, but low key try to take all my swag. I'm the wrong one, you got me fucked up. I said I wouldn't drink tonight, but damn it, I got fucked up. I just caught the I-8, I'm about to
Damn it, that was good, that energy.
I was that broke, now it's 10,000 in my coat. Found my family out to the coast, now I never broke. Ooh, stop the madness, I stand on my enemies, they can't get tragic. I was that broke, now it's 10,000 in my coat. Found my family out to the coast, I never gone broke.
15,000 on the coat. Me go nothing inside when I get cold.
Yo, Gunna!
The hood and my car crawl like a roach. I made a low, my pockets keep a roach. I kept a crumbs. Right now I need a armor truck. I bring they cash
Damn, Gunna, you ran that. That was good. Damn, that, so, like, at first, I was, like, at the start, I was kind of, like, getting into it, because I was a bit like, oh, I don't want Lil Skies to be, kind of doing the same things, same flows, same everything. Then, once he picked up his energy in the middle there, and started getting into it more, that track just went, it was then when I was just like, okay, this is definitely better than I'm definitely getting into this. That was a good hook. The hooks have all been great so far. And Gunna, when he turned up, straight after Skies, when Skies went off on this, with his energy, he actually somehow managed to keep the energy slightly going. And just like, Gunna, when he was on his own thing, he was kind of like lacking a bit of energy. But on here, he was actually like, keeping together with the formula of the track, and it's like it works so well. And Gunna really fits on these features. He's really elevated the tracks he's on. That was a great track. That was a solid, very good track. The track so far, nothing's really been noticeably like a disappointment. Like, this is all coming together really well. I'm really impressed with how Lil Skies has done so far. Track number 8, we have Okay For Now. I hope this is a more personal topic he's going on. Ooh. Oh, that is a dark melody there.
I guess it's okay for now. Put my pride to the side, don't wanna let you down. Take my heart and crush it, leave it splattered on the ground. Your love is like a bomb from a distance, hear the sound. Tell me that you here for me when nobody's around. Where did we go wrong? Seems like everything changed. Shawty used to be my main thing. Let her walk with me on the stage. Throw the water out, let her rage. Write my pen on every single page. If I knew you would've fucked me over, then I never would've made my way. All the time that I invested, I'll stick to this paper route. I'm up somewhere in the clouds, making I guess it's okay for now. Put my pride to the side, don't wanna let you down. Take my heart and crush it, leave it splattered on the ground.
Jeez.
It's like a bomb from a distance, hear the sound.
Oh, wow. Damn. Okay, for sure, that was definitely probably the darkest track we've heard so far. Damn, that was a lot more personal. Like, that was probably borderline an emo rap song. Like when I look forward to him going through with this personal side, he really brought it out. He showed it. And that beat, that whole beat done there, that was dark and moody. Lil Skies must have been going through some shit this past year. Like, I respect what he's done with this so far. He's pulling out all the cards. Track number 9, we have When I'm Wasted. What the hell?
I don't wanna hear your lies, I'm too faded. I don't wanna take your calls when I'm wasted. Always wanna come inside when we raging. Late nights, living life like we famous. They couldn't stop us, we on some hot shit. She like, give it to me, baby, don't stop it. Who knows? Hey, hey. That's where the drink had me gone. The drink had me gone. The drink had me gone. Late nights, the vibe is so right. Little shawty so tight, she matching my fly. They don't pay attention when it comes to other guys. Stay down and be loyal, that's a word from the wise. Don't tell me you love me because you tipsy. I stay on my hustle just like I Nipsey. The world bad, my heart cold, I need healing. You don't wanna waste my time when you're faded. You remember all the vibes we created. Roll some and get high, I'm sedated. Late nights, living life like we famous.
First of all, that beat knocked. That beat was quite different as well. This has definitely gone to more emo rap side of Lil Skies. He's definitely gone through some things. This is like a darker side that we haven't actually heard. That was good. That was really good. That's all I can really say. That was real good. I like that a lot. So track number 10, we have Mansion.
Only battles in my mansion, huh? My diamonds dancing, catch your body like Charles Manson, huh? Watch them all planet, I just grind and do the damage, huh? My bitch Atlantic, fuck her good, make me a sandwich, huh? Now she romantic, good way, bad woman, live my life like a king. That's right, give me head like light, skinny ting, nice ass, she gon' ride it like a bike. I don't ride no ways, pussy niggas like mice, ball hard like Mike. Ain't want that bitch, boy, you can have her, she was trash as fuck. You want some smoke, then wear a vest, my niggas ready to bust. Trying to stop my shine, but I stay on my grind. I always thought ahead of them, that's why they all behind. Where you at when we was broke? You didn't chat with us. Nigga asked why he got slapped, cause he was acting up. You want some smoke, don't wear a vest, my niggas ready to bust. Damn, my niggas ready to bust.
Alright, well, that was probably another one of those solid tracks that kind of does what Lil Skies normally does. It kind of sounded like that was something that could have been on Life of a Dark Rose as well. He wasn't exactly switching the flow up so much on that track to where it's really changing the whole vibe of the track over and over. It was good he kind of left that at the time it was, being around 2 minutes, because if he was to keep it going more, it would have been a bit run down and overdone. That was solid, yeah. Nothing really too special about that though. Track number 11, we have Through the Motions.
Going through the motions, I'm just trying to make it through. Hard to keep in touch when I'm always on the move. You tell me that you love me, I don't know what I would do. If you wasn't by my side, will I be able to move? But it's okay, you don't need to worry. I stand outside waiting in the snow flurries.
Yeah.
Bad boy, I don't fuck with nobody. Tell them niggas stop me, I'll fuck up the party. In my pocket stuff with them bands, got fans on Japan. I'm just doing what I plan, now people like what I'm saying. And niggas know I'm not playing. I came up bringing heat, my whole life in these beats. Can't lose my life in these streets. And I'm going through the motions, I'm just trying to make it through. Hard to keep in touch when I'm always on the move. Hey, and tell them people stop me. Still walking this bitch, I got this girl all on my body. I came up from nothing, put my shooter in Versace. She got on Chanel, she ain't rocking no Armani. I wanna be the greatest. How could I ever fail? Going through the motions, I'm just trying to make it through.
Damn, he's doing so well on this track, bringing it all together. The vibe is great on this.
What I would do if you wasn't by my side, will I be able to move?
Lil Skies definitely had a direction going so far on that. And just overall on this album, he's having a really clear direction as to what he's doing. The vibe was really good on that. He switched it up enough so that you stay interested in that. That was a pretty good track, actually. I would say, yeah, like, this is really going somewhere. I'm really enjoying the whole album so far. He sounds like he's pushing himself on these tracks. Like, that was a solid track. That was a really solid track. So, track number 12, we have Highs and Lows.
Whoa, listen, and lately I've been a mess. I really think that I'm depressed. You try to tell me not to worry when you know and I be stressed. I look on the bright side just to see you love me less. When I was down and had nobody, you's the only one I text. I know everybody act like something I owe. That's why I'm gone and I don't want you to know my location. I be chilling by myself. I be stuck all alone, trying to figure out where I went wrong. But I ain't do nothing wrong. Nobody was helping me or my mom. I had to blow like a bomb. I ain't really want to go get a job. I had a plan that I could beat all the odds. I wasn't playing my part. Too many people tried to fuck with my heart. That's why the road still came up through the dark. You call me crazy, I'm smart. I'm seeing things different. The vision getting clearer. I'm tired of having battles with the man in the mirror. I'm praying every night, trying to stay in good spirit. I'm only being me, I'm not trying to be different. Age of 19 when I touched my first million. I can't explain to you how it feels. And they talk down on me and all my skills. skills. They gon' throw shade on you when you real. Well, I mean, just lately I've been a mess. Through this life, see its highs and its lows. You didn't want me to grow, so I just let you go. Yeah, you didn't want me to grow. No.
Okay, first of all though, I think that is probably the most important track on this album. I'm calling it though. That was a really good track. That was I feel like that's something that's really brought together everything he's talked about and everything he's gone through with leading up to this. This track detailing his highs and lows in his life, how he's getting like he finally got the success when he was like 19 and now everybody still talks down on him because they're just jealous about how he's gone so successful with his life. And it was really shocking because like he just straight up said, I really think I'm depressed. And that was like that being like the first thing you hear out of this track, you're like, oh shit, okay. That was really good. Kind of left me, this is really mature. He's really taken the time for this. So track number 13, we have Name in the Sand. I've actually already heard this. When he released it, this was a jam. I'm gonna listen to it anyway. This is probably one of the most personal songs of Lil Skies I've ever heard as well.
Need your love, it's my drug. When I'm down, lift me up. That's enough.
Oh, this is being like a slow jam, talking about how this girl who's really broken his heart. It's crazy how personal and emotional this is.
Me and you, Bonnie Clyde, we gon' ride to survive. No breakups, no breakups. You take my heart and say you love me, are you the one I should really trust? Said I would stop, but I go right back to this double cup. What after what, I take a puff, can barely fill my lungs. You gotta move on from the past to show yourself you strong. I ain't trying to preach too much, I'm trying to let you know. I would give the world to you if you would let us grow.
You wanna just jam to this? This is something you sing along to. Such an underrated song of Lil Skies. So good. That's probably one of my favorite Lil Skies songs he's ever done. Like so far, the whole song is just such a jam, it's like he's tapping into his emo side on this track, and it seems like in this whole album as well. And it's just personal. He's taking it to different areas, taking himself to, and his hooks have been amazing. Like that is something you'd sing along to. Ah, it's such a good song, man. So last track though, we have No Rainy Days.
Hey, I'm in a way.
Oh shit, this is a pickup from like the past couple of songs though.
I'm a superstar, get the fuck out my face. How you say you loyal when you left me in the dust? I find it kinda funny how they saying that's what's up. Keep a bag inside my bag, remember being broke as fuck. Threw 2 fingers up and did it for my city.
Yeah.
I know these niggas play at 50, park the coupe, they hop inside, they know we about to get it lit. You know we gotta get it one way, some way. I'm a superstar, get the fuck out my face.
Oh, this run though, this flow is crazy though. It fits so well in it.
You know we gotta get it one way, some way.
So for a final track, I think that was important and played a real big part in this because it's kind of like he's had these tracks going more and more down a darker path. Like it kind of started off being a little bit like uplifting, or not really uplifting, but more him being mature, like looking back on it, and then him just getting like so torn up a little bit more as we get through this album. It's now like we're at this final track, and he's now picking himself up after all of this shit that he's gone through. And man, like that was a really nice final track. Picked it up, left us on a solid note. Knows where he's still here, he's still playing, he's still gonna keep going with what he's doing. I honestly think that he would have benefited by maybe not having that last bit of the tracks cut off and abruptly. I reckon he could have maybe done something with the beat. Really make us think that, yeah, he did really well on this album, and this was a ride. This was really cool. First of all, I'm really impressed with Lil Skies on this. Like, really, really impressed. Like, when he was doing these singles throughout last year between just after Life of Dark Rose, they all kind of sounded like Lil Skies was just kind of like rinsing, or repeating with his tracks, and kind of just like sticking with what he's good at. But on this album, he's actually really taken the time and really delved a more personal side to himself. He's definitely matured a lot since that first mixtape. This is for a first album, for a debut album from Lil Skies. This was really mature and really well thought through. He clearly had a direction throughout this whole album. Every song felt like it belonged on this album. Like, some maybe were a bit like, oh yeah, this could have ended up on Life of a Dark Rose. Yeah, this was like old Lil Skies, but everything fit together, and he really realized his style and really built up on top of that. Like, he really took himself to more personal areas and built and stretched himself out as an artist, taking himself to new places. This is essentially also an emo rap record. I would say that. He sounded heartbroken on a lot of the songs on here. His voice, something with Lil Skies' voice is that whenever he's on these tracks, he can fit with like a banging song with a great hook and a nice catchy chorus, and a catchy verses. But he's actually proven he can do emotional content. He started out as an artist overall, just doing the regular rap thing with catchy hooks. But this is this album feels like it's got so much more content. When I'm going to be re-listening to this album, this is definitely an album I'm going to want to re-listen to based off my first reaction. I feel like I'm really satisfied with what he's done on this album. But yeah, he really did well. He's matured a lot as an artist. He had solid features throughout. Gunna really elevated the track he was on. Gucci Mane did a solid feature with his. Nothing bad with that. And Landon Cube was crazy, bro, on Nowadays. His voice, though, his pipes, man, those were crazy. Lil Skies also sound like he just took advantage of the people around him and made sure that this album was his best work yet. I wouldn't say this is a really great, like really great album, but this is obviously Lil Skies' best work yet, and this is a really good album that you'd re-listen to. And normally with these in-depth albums, I would go through and re-listen to it before I have a final opinion on it, but I already think I have a straightforward opinion, because this album really was straightforward and really and wasn't so much of jamming information in your head as more it's just him expressing it, and you can just follow along with it. So I'm already feeling a strong 8 out of 10 on this album. This was really good. I really enjoyed this album. Lil Skies, you did so well on this. I am very proud of you, bro. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe. I'll be posting more reactions, videos. I'm definitely going to try and make this channel not just a reaction channel. I'm going to start looking at delving into other parts of other music opinions and series. Try and really change this channel up to being not just a reaction channel, if you know what I mean. I hope you have a great day, guys, and peace.